Hello, good evening. How are you doing? We are watching Jessie play in the Moja chess Extravaganza, but unfortunately I don't have a live board yet. And the angle isn't great to see the moves. But she told me that hopefully in the next couple of rounds she will be moved to a corner of the table so that we can actually see her moves. Hey Ammon, how are you doing? Hello, terrific Teddy. I like that name. Hello, Waterfall. Hello, cinnamon rolls. You're gonna make me hungry. Jessie was talking to me about food before the game, so hello, Truth, how are you doing? Hello, wizard fella Vredekind, if I pronounce that correctly. And Chihab, why is she so far back? Why indeed. Hello, Just Dan and Nightwolf. And if I missed you, say hello. And yeah, cinnamon rolls sound heavenly right now. Long tables, yes, but behind her there are some more private, exclusive tables. So yeah. So, how are we going? I could try to zoom in. Who is her opponent for the day? Excellent question. Excellent question. I was hoping chess.com would tell me. But no. I can try to zoom in, but I really don't want to mess up my stuff. Oh, there I go, I messed it up. I think it was a French. I saw a pawn on e6, I think. But more than that, unfortunately, I didn't see. No games yet. So yeah, how is everyone doing? We can chat a bit, look at the camera. It does look like a nice venue. You looked up a recipe and planning to do a cinnamon roll cheesecake. My god, what are you doing? Kekana Letsatsi 1541. Thank you, Amen. The board number is also claiming the center of the board. Yeah, exactly. If it was removed, I think we could actually see quite a bit. But no such luck yet. Can I? How bad will this quality be? It's not great. That red hair is amazing. Okay. Let me check. Do you think it is a wig? I would also guess so. I used to have a an African. I think she was from Cameroon, and not an adoptive sister, but what's like the more temporary version. And yeah, she took me to her hairdresser. It was lovely, like all these women sitting together chatting, like it's a whole community, you know. It was great. Hello, Oolon. Foster, thank you. Jesse is clearly testing your commentary abilities, and as you say that, I see that we have boards, so I am saved by the bell, you know, testing my abilities. My God, let me find her game. Oh, is there someone named Happy? We're round 1. Search Jessie. Okay. I hope they're not only showing. Well, I guess it's not really an open section, but the others. Hey Nightwolf, how are you doing? Thank you so much, Ulan, for gifting a sub to Jessie. Very kind of you. Okay, so we do have games, but not yet from Jessie. So maybe I need to find a different place. You can't see yet what I'm doing because I'm hiding it. Thank you, Nightwolf. To her own channel? No, on my channel. I'm also live on my channel. So, your ladies' boards have lots of male names. You're on the... Wait, let me check. Let me know if you have a link to her game. Games, not yet. No, not yet. We do have this one game. But, yeah. Okay, so what do we want to chat about? Can we... Now, we don't really see anything. Also, I think I was looking at the wrong board. Oh my God. Okay. So Jessie is playing a 9-round tournament starting today, and it ends May 1st. And she has a lot of great commentators. Tomorrow there is Screws, who's doing the morning round. Well, it will be morning for us, but not for Screws. But yeah, my Twitch name is Marapant indeed. I didn't add a name, but you can see the name in the title. And yeah. How does the horse move? Excellent question. Excellent question. It's a tricky one. It reminds me of the game Carlsen against Fruja, where I think it was Carlsen that had 2 knights. And yeah, he could have checkmated, but I think it didn't happen. Alternating legs. I need to remember that one. Why is Jessie's game not live? So I only have the first 20. So often how it works is that they have separate sections, and then on chess.com you can choose separate sections as well, but I don't see a second section. So yeah. He was just attempting 3 knights checkmate against engine. Wow. That sounds really difficult. You stalemated. 2 shakes of a pope stump. That's timing. That is timing. You don't think this is a French? I have no idea. I might have looked at the board, because for me, you know, when I was playing, it's really silly. The number was before the board. So for me, it looks like they're playing on board 20 while they're playing on board 31, you know? So I was looking at what I thought was board 31. So I have no idea what the opening is. I would love to have some games. I want to look at chess. I want to see the games. No such luck yet. Do we have them? It really does look like. Thank you. Thank you. Do we have them some other place that we are not going to name? No, we do not. So we can't see the clock situation as well. It would have been perfect if that if that 20, you're free to name it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. These days, you know, I'm so out of the loop. I don't want to risk, you know, I don't want to risk anything. I just want to live in peace. Ask Jessie to wave for her audience value. She actually told me that she will wave a couple of times just to show everyone that she's still alive. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Send those mods. Well, I do volunteer to go to South Africa. I wouldn't mind. See some elephants. You know, and then if I have a minute, drop by the tournament. Or she should make eye contact. Yeah. Stare into the camera. Can VIPs go to? Yes, definitely. We'll make a meetup out of it, as you know. And if you think it's not a French, what opening do you think it is? So Jessie plays e4. The only black piece I see that has moved is the knight on f6. Is Jessie's knight still on g1, or am I seeing things? You've never seen a tournament live before. Is there a cutoff time for games to start? What do you mean? So normally the games should start on time, which should have been 6 p.m. South African time, which is the same as Central European summertime right now. And then there's usually a set amount of time where you have to be at the board, or you have to have played a move even, I think, before that time. And if you arrive later, then you forfeit. But it depends on the tournament. Sometimes it's 15 minutes, sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. But, you know, if the tournament itself hasn't started yet, they can't really disqualify you. It's 7 p.m. now. Yes, they've been very late. They had a delay for some reason. But yeah, there is a default time. And that's a good reason to always read the rules of the tournament, because they are not all the same. So well, it's with a lot of tournaments. It happens that the first round is delayed, and usually the other rounds should be smoother because there's no opening ceremony. But yeah, for today they had quite a delay. We'll have to talk to Jessie about Nightwolf. If you were there right now, you could walk over casually and just swipe that 20 away. And then we would already be seeing a lot more. Her opponent is thinking a lot. So, do we know, Aman, you put her name in the chat. Do we know anything about her? Has she been playing long? I want to say that I've seen her before. But because I've been following Jessie's tournaments for a couple of years now. Ah, you can exactly, Nightwolf. We could meet. That would be great. That would be awesome. Have you lost a game for being late? Funny story. Yes and no, kind of. So there was a Belgian championship in Eupen, which is the other side of the country, and I had to go by train. And there was only one train every hour, and that train was delayed. So I was actually late. I think it was like 55 minutes, 58 minutes, something like that. But I think we just made it in time. But then the game was a disaster, and then it should have been a draw, and I claimed the draw, and then the arbiter messed up, and I messed up. But the point of the story is always be early. Always be early for your chess game. Which is very stressful, because I was watching them sit down. They were sitting at the board, like the women were there like half an hour before the men, something like that, and just the stress and the nerves, and you can just feel it, like when you're sitting at the board and you have the atmosphere around you, and the nervousness and I felt like I was right there. Yeah. This one tournament you went to a couple of weekends ago, you and a few buddies were arriving 5 minutes before round starts, and the organizing lady literally was chasing us in parking lot saying, "Oh, you had to be here 15 minutes ago for announcements. You have 1 minute to get in or you're disqualified." Wow. And that was, because that's, I've heard of a couple of tournaments that say that you have to be there exactly at the start, but they are quite rare. Usually they allow some leeway, so that was crazy. And also, who cares about announcements, Play fair, hit the clock, don't make noise. If you've heard it once, you've heard them. National rating 1184. So not very strong, but I mean, never underestimate. She might have been, studying really hard this last year, this last couple of months, working really hard with a coach. That usually also helps to improve. So, yeah. Carlsen lost on time to Topalov in a winning position, unaware of the time control in Norway chess in 2015. Oh, that sounds painful. But oh no, did we just lose the camera as well? Okay, well, if we lost the camera, You know, I don't think any. Oh, oof. Okay, it's back. Okay. Oh, it's back. Whew. I guess this has turned into a racer stream. Yeah. Hey, Screws, how are you doing? Um, you're 100% sure she's crazy because the round hasn't started yet and there's a default time, so who cares? Exactly. Her national rating isn't honest though because she last played in 2017. Really? So she hasn't played last year? Huh. Hi, Kajudo, how are you? Did I say hello to Defect? ZA, how are you doing? I did in my mind, but sometimes, you know, I've been told that that's not a good way of communicating, so. You're doing alright. Oh, I was telling people earlier that you are streaming tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central European Summer Time or South African time. So we are all looking forward to that. And when I wake up, I will join the viewers. Looking forward. Moves just appeared on your boards, but do you already have Jesse's board? Which boards are you looking at? Because the official one doesn't have any boards yet. So which boards are you looking at? The South African Junior Closed Chess Championship in 2017. Chessy was under 20, Kekana was under 18. Oh, a long time ago. 9 a.m. is at 2 a.m. my time. If it's now 12 for you, then yes. Oh, you do have something different. Wait. Let me see if I can work some magic. Would be great if this works. No, it doesn't. It does not. That's a shame. Thank you so much, Double Click, for the 200 bits. How are you doing? Long time no see. I was thinking of you the other day because I'm almost done with the second book on Chessable. Like the one that you kindly got for me, that was the first one, and then I got the second one because it was just so good. And I'm almost done. And it's really, really good as well. So I was thinking of you. How are you finding this, ladies? Okay, let me copy the URL. Okay, but it's actually the same thing. Are those doors or windows? Good question. I don't know. I'm betting in South Africa. You must have some amazing sunsets. There are some tournaments where you just, you know, you're playing chess, but actually you're watching the sunset, like in Spain. And the one in Reykjavik this month, also had some amazing sunsets. Chess tournaments never have fresh air, it would burn people's lungs. You do have amazing sunsets? Oh. Did Jessie just castle long? I really want to see her game. I really want to see. We're not flipped, are we? So she castled. She castled long. Oh, ladies there. Ah, okay. Okay, I see what happened. I see what happened. Yeah, unfortunately no game yet. Hey Chexy, how are you doing? You wish you could have played in the sunset in Spain. Instead you just got scammed in the stand outside, what? My opponent, I once had to play someone who got mugged, like 2 steps before the playing hall. And then he forfeited this game because he didn't feel like playing, which, you know, is fair, but a bit unfortunate for me as well, as I couldn't play a game. Ooh, Sliding Doors. Who has seen the film Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow? That was an interesting film. Pretty old though, so if you've seen it, you have no idea what Sliding Doors is. The movie? Oh, okay, you were playing the B tournament. You were not actually scammed. You were just in the tent. Okay. Now I understand. Yeah, I got lucky. Lucky is a big word. I got bumped up to the streamers section. Even though I wasn't streaming the event. But yeah, wonderful sunsets. You don't like Gwyneth Paltrow? Even in Iron Man, she wasn't great. But have you seen Sliding Doors? You know, I think that's how I first came to know of her. I think it's important to know to which your first encounter is. It matters a lot. And mine was Sliding Doors on a pivotal moment of my own life. So then Sliding Doors is quite meaningful. So it's a story of a young woman who, you know, just in one timeline, she just gets on the tram before the doors slide closed. And in the other timeline, she just misses it. And then you see how her life would have gone, you know, if she was on time or if she wasn't on time. Interesting story. Thank you so much for the follow, Asaid. How are you doing? Musician. You could have played the A section if you wanted to. I think there's not. Is there a rating limit? I don't feel like there is, because I had to play a couple of lower rated people that were a lot stronger, like Kazakh. I think I played a Kazakh woman who had a low rating but was very strong. So yeah. Looked like they were drawn by a toddler. I can't right now remember her eyebrows, but it was a different time, you know. Back then, that is how you had to do your eyebrows, no? Using body language as our evil bar. Are we winning? You know, right now I can't see much body, honestly. But her opponent is spending quite a lot more time, which is good, I think. If Jessie keeps banging out the moves, that means that she's confident, she knows what she's doing. There's no doubt, no ghosts, also important. I really want to see the game. But this is just how the tournament is sending the games, right? Nobody can intervene except them. Could have played the A-section Inglaterra. Well, it's a bloody rom-com from 98. My god. 98. That's a couple of years ago. I'm not a big fan of these long tables. At least there's no cloth, like, a tablecloth, and then your neighbor is bopping his leg to the table, and the whole table shakes, and the tablecloth hits your knee. Yeah. You were born in 97. Oh, adorable. You saw sliding doors, gives you OCD, scared you might miss some amazing life if you take the door at the wrong time. That is a great summary. Yes. Yeah. But on the other hand, you can also think like, oh, I must have walked in time through this door. Imagine the horrors that I've left behind, BRB going to get a drink. Ooh, what are we having? And, time to bring the host a drink. What is rom-com? Yes, romance comedy. Coke with ice. A nice cold Coke. I was talking to some South Africans the other day, and they were like saying, "Oh, it's 17 degrees. It's super cold." Funny. I did go on a rom-com spree in my some amount of time ago, like Serendipity, but unfortunately those don't hold up to the test of time anymore, because now, for example, Serendipity is a story about, it's a meet cute. Two people meet in a warehouse because they are reaching for the same glove and they both want to buy it, but it's the last pair and it's Christmas time and it's hectic and it's so cute. And then you watch it as an adult and you realize like they're both in a relationship, so it's not that cute. So yeah, anyway. Gladiator is a rom-com Roman combat. Oh, I love that. Hi Sanket, how are you doing? You would host? Happy to, yeah. We need to plan that someday. You know what was actually kinda randomly a good movie despite it being something I would never watch? Tell me. The Devil Wears Prada. Yeah, that was a good movie. That one's good. Anne Hathaway and Emily Blunt, and of course, why am I blanking on the name suddenly? Meryl Streep. That's what I was looking for. I'm great, Sanka. Thank you. Happy to hear that you are great as well. We are here watching Jessie play a tournament. Unfortunately, we do not have any live boards, and the angle just isn't very good to see her game. So we are now chatting a bit about movies, chess tournaments. If you have any questions on chess tournaments, you can ask away. I've played tournaments for many years. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free. Is there a delay? There is a delay, but it's also just cooked. So the ladies section has the non-ladies boards, and I have no idea where the ladies, where the games are, you know? Unfortunately. So if anyone has found them suddenly, feel free to share. I would love to see them. Your thoughts on friends pre-arranging draws? That is a difficult question. Thank you so much for the follow. Ore Watushar. I don't like it. I don't like pre-arranging draws. I have to think back, but I don't know if I've ever done it. I don't think so, because I always was playing like in the ladies in the top. So I was always playing to win. So I don't think we really wanted to arrange draws. But now, definitely, as an adult, I wouldn't do it. It's always difficult if you're playing friends. Now, I haven't played many friends, or have I'm trying to think back, but I don't think I've played any friends. So I haven't had the issue. Now, if you're already playing and if you just get a quick draw, then that might be different. But actually pre-arranging it, I think I don't like that. I think it's because it also affects everyone, right? With the buchholz and the I don't like it. So I hope I never get in that situation. But I do know that a lot of people do it, and that it's very common practice. Especially last round games, a lot of people just arrange a draw and then go home early. Truth asking, when is your next tournament? Good question, Truth. So first I need to get a coach. If you know a good coach, let me know. So, and if that coach would be willing to coach me for a couple of months and do some psychology training, then I would definitely happily sign up for a tournament. You stand proudly by watching silly and cheesy movies. Not all entertainment is supposed to be deep. You can enjoy being super childish or silly too. I agree. It needs to be fun as well, you know. I agree. I love those easy movies, and you know, you shouldn't dissect them too hard and find some flaws. Just enjoy it, you know. I totally agree. Cinnamon rolls, plural. Sharing is caring. If your higher rated friend offers a draw, how are you to decline? But that's different. If you're already playing and then my friend offers a draw, and definitely if they are higher rated, then I would probably take it. But if they come to me before the game and say, okay, let's get a quick draw, I think I would try to say, you know what, let's just get to the board, see what happens, and then I would probably lose. That reminds me of a funny story, funny for me, not funny for my opponent. So I was playing a tournament. This was a long time ago, so I was probably around 12, I want to say, 12, 13, 14, maybe that age. And I was leading the tournament in the combined section, the open section, so the boys and girls, and I was leading, and I only needed a draw. And I was playing against someone from my own club. I didn't pre-arrange the draw, but we played a couple of moves, and I offered him a draw. And he said no. And I think 1 or 2 moves later, he blundered his queen and he offered me a draw. And I said no. No. And so I won, and then he went outside in the rain to cry, and yeah. Funny story. Frenemies. Hi, Christamir. Exactly. Back. Enjoy that Coca-Cola. You've wished to be paired with a friend in the last round of a tournament, but I've never done it in a tournament. I feel like it's very often not even prearranged. Just an unspoken agreement, yes, exactly. And then if it's an unspoken agreement, you know, it happens. It's not the end of the world, I think, especially in the last round. But, yeah. You had that exact situation before in a big money tournament. We were both doing well. We reached our board. We were having philosophical discussion to split points. Then we just played it, and I ended up flagging in a winning position. Yeah. It's difficult playing friends. My solution is to not have friends, and then you don't have that problem. Hello, Nick Bentulan. How are you doing? You don't think she's giving me a draw? I did read that truth. Can we have a draw in the next game? If you offer me a draw and I'm not up a queen, I will take it, you know, but that's not prearranged. Prearranging draws either way is bad. Yeah. You do hate playing against people, I know. I hate it. I feel like there's this additional... I play a lot... Well, these days I play exclusively on leeches. And you can see on the bottom how many times you've played against that person. And I think there's this one person that I've lost like 4 times to. And now I just lose because... because I see that number and I think like, oh no, I'm gonna lose, and then I lose, you know? I hope the camera comes back again. Okay, there we go. I wonder why it falls away sometimes. We'll have to talk to Jessie about that. The worst part about where I live is you only play people you know. I think as a person who needs to make the draw there, it's not great etiquette to be the one to offer. In which case was that? Where I offered the draw? Hey, Just Time Machine, you've never had any problems playing friends? I think you must be a very relaxed guy, you know. No worries, just, you know. Do you even have any anxieties? You don't need to answer that, but it sounds like you're just so relaxed, not a care in the world. I see you play Rapid and you're just, you know, you just seem stress-free, while I'm like 100% focused, zoomed in too much, and you're just like, oh, leaning back, casually playing. I'm jealous. Ooh, we have some movement in the ladies section. The number of boards has been removed to 12. not the right boards yet, but at least there's some movement. So hopefully that gets fixed soon. Yeah, where you offer then the queen blunder. So what are you saying that wasn't great etiquette? That I offered the draw so that I could win the tournament? I don't think I may not have offered the draw since. I can't quite remember because it was a long time ago. But I really hate offering draws, like the etiquette of it, the awkward trying to catch the other person's eyes, moving like this because you don't. No. Imagine losing 4 times to the same person. Problem is I have too many enemies and I get emotionally triggered by playing them and get too antsy because I would hate to lose to them. And then you lose, Amen, right? Because you hate it so much and it takes mental capacity away from your chess, and you even subconsciously you're thinking about all the other things, and then you lose, and then it gets in the cycle. I know the feeling. Isn't that boy Jewish? Classical time control, I don't know. Because he doesn't like it anymore? I don't know. I'm not in the know of who plays whom. How about 50 plus times with 1 draw and no wins? Oof. 50% of the time I offer a draw, I lose a few moves later. Chess is 80% psychology. That is true. Oh, that also reminds me of another funny story where I was playing the World Championship a couple of years ago, and I was playing, I think he was the highest rated person in the section, and he offered me a draw. And I refused, and then 3 moves later or something, I checkmated him. Because I was already winning. Like, the audacity of offering a draw in a losing position is crazy. But, I mean, sometimes it works. A lot of GMs do it when they are in a worse position. They sometimes offer a draw in the hope that you accept it. And then they can mitigate the loss of rating points a bit. But it's, I don't know. Ask me again when I'm a GM. Maybe I will have changed my tune. But right now, I find it poor form. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you draw. We all know it's just a game. But it's so important, Chess Time Machine. If you blunder, like how that impacts, yourself and your ability and how smart you are and how successful you are. I need lessons from you, I think. You once threw a game because you incorrectly offered a draw and mega time trouble and then got distracted. Same. Because they use the psychology of being higher rated. Exactly. And also, you can still mess up. It's not because you have a winning position against a GM that they roll over, They are extremely tenacious. They keep finding things to make it hard for you and make you mess up. And you're stressed because you're playing a GM. You have all these additional things going on, and you're starting to think, oh, I have a nice position, wouldn't it be nice if I could win? And then you're not thinking about the chess anymore, and then you have split focus and you make a careless move, and before you know it, you lost. And then you go home crying and thinking, okay, I could have taken the draw, I could have won, so many things. You once offered a draw in classical and got flagged before you made the next move. Oh, sounds painful. There is the strategic draw in a slightly worse but not way worse position to try and get the other person to push too hard for a win. Oh, interesting. Worst part about that game is you were completely winning because before it was a drawn position and then you made the incredibly losing move. I hate when that happens. You did care a lot about your OTB games, but when you played friends, wasn't like beating them or losing to them mattered more or less than any other game. Maybe a bit less painful to lose to a friend. Hey Loz, how are you doing? You try to only offer draws if they have a forced response, so they either lose time considering it or I'm not left waiting for an answer. That's interesting. Because also that, like, if you offer a draw, I feel like you're not allowed to get up from the board because they might, accept or decline, but you need to be there. And they might just spend 30 minutes thinking, and then you're like 30 minutes sat at the board thinking, okay, are they going to accept? Are they not going to accept? And again, you're not thinking about the chess anymore. You're thinking about this draw offer. So, yeah. No hard feelings when playing friends is what I mean, I guess. I need to be a better friend, I think. But yeah, I don't know if I've definitely back in the day when I played the youth competitions, I don't think I really had any friends. So it was all definitely enemies. Ooh, we'll need to update that board command. Unfortunately, we do not have boards. I am very sad about this. I would love to see Jesse's game. I really like watching Jesse's tournaments. Like I was the main streamer for a couple of them, the main commentator, and I really enjoyed that. So I got to see a lot of her games, and she has this really nice style where she's attacking and she can play very cleanly, which is very nice to see. Hey, furtively hatched Widgeon. I'm good, how are you? You were under 700 in Rapids, and I was once totally winning versus a 2,200 rated player, but I accepted the draw he offered me because I was scared I would blunder. I understand that feeling, and it's not the same. It's not the same thing, but I really understand that feeling. Like I remember in these last couple of years, so I've improved a lot. I really worked hard on my chess, and I improved a lot. Even though my FIDE rating doesn't show it yet, but I have, like, my online rating has skyrocketed, so that's nice. But I remember in those early days when I got, and even now, honestly, if I'm being honest, like if I play against an FM and an IM, so I'm now in this rating range where I play a lot against those title players, and I'm still starstruck, and I'm still like, draw. And I did also accept draws while in a better position. And then my coach at the time said, but you need to play on, you learn more from playing on. And I'm like, okay, but I'll learn more in the next game. Right now, I haven't had a lot of results yet against title players. I'll savor this draw. And I'll win the next one. How about that, Main character. You want to play Jessie one day. You prepped for her once because there was a chance you would play her in a team event. You didn't. I would be... Oh. That's a shame there is no live board. Is it on leashes? I don't think so. I checked earlier, but I don't think the event even is on leeches, so maybe someone needs to ping Constantina. But I haven't seen it yet. But I'm looking at the live feed that chess.com has, but I think the the tournament is just sending the wrong data. I don't know how that works, how in this year you can still send wrong data, or so we have the lady section, but the boards are not the lady boards, so that's unfortunate. So yeah, I'm just here chatting while we look at a camera feed of Jessie playing. Unfortunately, we can't zoom in on the board because the number 20 is blocking it, so we can't even check that. We are rating or judging body language, and we think that Jessie is currently winning. Look at the boards if anything matches Jessie's game. Okay, you just tell me where some pieces are and I'll check. I do think that she castled long, and I don't see anyone with a long castle. You suspect human error. He was not just in a better position, you were a piece up and you were attacking him actively and you accepted his draw for yes, but you didn't lose, you know, and you have a draw against a very strong player. And you could have blundered in one move, you know, so I totally understand. I think it's a very human way of getting those first big scalps, even in the drawing way. Can we not decipher her hand movements as she writes the moves down? Ooh, we can play Fog of War. Isn't that what the variant is called? Where you can't see like the middle of the board? So she moved the rook, definitely long castles. I'm trying to think of... I think we've seen a game in one of her previous tournaments where she also long castled, and I'm trying to remember the opening, but it was too long ago. I don't think I will be able to. Because chess time machine, like if you were to challenge me, for example, you know, I think we're friendly, right? I would be so nervous. And I don't know. Truth has beaten me a couple of times, you know, where I didn't put up a fight because I was so nervous. And I did expect to lose, you know, so it wasn't that awful to actually lose because I did expect to lose. So yeah, I didn't put up a fight. Would you be nervous if I challenge you? Screws. I remember the days where we played and I was dying of nerves. No, like... Because the problem is also... When I'm playing someone higher rated than me, I'm nervous of not being able to show anything and just get wiped off the board and make a fool of myself, like making a stupid blunder or something, and just not, you know, just prove why I'm so much lower rated. But when I'm playing someone lower rated than me, then I'm stressed that I won't be able to show why I'm higher rated. So it's just a lose-lose situation. I'm basically always stressed. The truth always wins. He does. Truth prevails. I couldn't handle the truth exactly. Definitely couldn't. Average GT moment. Why? Crazy that still happens. So many tournaments get played. And yeah. You swear low rateds are so hard to crack these days as well. I mean, everyone is so... Like, when they play against me, they're suddenly like a gem, you know? Gonna lay down for a while, my body is cramp. Enjoy. Hopefully you can see the game a bit later. I am very sorry about the fact that we don't have any live games. I wish I could show you. But yeah, no such luck. But check, see, I always, like, at what point will we consider ourselves... we are seeing a live game, that's true. Will we consider ourselves not trash, you know? And I think that moment is always at least 100 points above us, and it moves with us as we move, you know? Anyway, we move. So yeah. I think we will consider ourselves not trash when we are retired. I would like to retire. I mean, playing against 1600s, you're basically... So you can't really call them. Should beat them, but you're not... But... What is your rating these days? Like 1800s? So you should only beat them like 80% of the time, right? And that's the scary thing. Like, it's not a guaranteed 100%. In my mind, Chexy, you're 1800. Consider retiring after every tournament. I wonder why that is. Like, so many chess players, even players that I know, love playing, love going to tournaments. Every time they lose or they have a bad moment, they have a bad tournament, they're like, oh, I need to quit chess, I don't like it. And then they sign up for the next one. And it's like rinse, repeat, you know? What elo would you guess I am? But you consider 3 month plus breaks. We are sadists, really. Exactly, we are. The key is to think you should beat everyone when you are 200 points below them. What I've learned when I'm feeling cocky is that I just get beat down. Hey, formerly Auntie, how are you doing? But yeah, as soon as like in a blitz game and I'm thinking like, ah, nice, I'm winning, again, my mind gets distracted from the chess and I make a bad move. And I lose. So yeah. Okay, so now the bottle of water has joined the party, so we can't see Black's pieces anymore. Third party that gave the water bottle. H4 played. I hope for next rounds we will get a better angle, because I actually like figuring out the moves from the board. It gives some kind of interaction, and you can go back and forth, like, was that played or that played? But yeah, then we do need to see the board. So yeah, is anyone playing any tournaments soon? I know the Alto tournament is on right now, and Paul is playing that, so it will be interesting to see what happens there. Tomorrow, yes, Hasino, you are playing the Interclub, the Belgian Interclub. Exciting. You're jealous of the people playing Menorca? I find the Menorca tournament weird. Like, I always mean to look up where Menorca is. Is it also? Okay, I should stop talking and just Google it before I say something stupid. It is an island in the Mediterranean Sea, part of Spain. Okay, I was going to say Spain. Phew. What I'm really jealous of is it is next to Mallorca. Okay, because I always think Menorca is fake. It's Mallorca. But if it's next to each other, then that's fine. Is there a live board? Unfortunately, not Aussie. Also known as Belgian cry moment. You wanted to play a tournament today, but you literally got a shift both Saturday and Sunday. The woes of having to work for a living. I was thinking, like, if I win the lottery and win like 3 or 4 million, well, if I win a couple of minions, that would also help. You know, they could do my work for me. Although, judging by the movies, they're not that adept at things. Anyway, if I win like 3 or 4 million, I would definitely quit my job. I have colleagues saying that they would continue working, and I'm like, what? But what I would do is I would get a good chess coach, and I might just become a tournament player, get that title. They are basically named Major Island and Minor Island. Huh. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I will remember it that way for next time. That's funny. I wouldn't tell anyone, but there would be signs. Ooh, you did actually get paid a bit for arbitrating. Nice. I was shocked that you wouldn't get anything. But because some people, I don't know if they actually do it for a living 100%. That would be interesting to know. Otherwise, Nightwolf, you just need to stand next to Jesse and write the moves and then show it to the camera, and then we just put it on the board. And then the third island, there's Ibiza. I have heard of that one as well. Unless you're like Chris Bird or some mega arbiter, don't see more than 20 people being chess arbiters for a living. Yeah, I wonder the woman who does a lot of tournaments, what's her name? I actually know of 2 women that I see very frequently. I'm blanking on their names, but yeah, I wonder. Formentera, which also has a chess tournament, yes. The commentators know the arbiters. I was wondering if people can really be a professional arbiter. only like old people do it for a living. I do know some retired people that I have now started arbitrating. I don't know. This guy in front doesn't look very happy. Can we see his game? But they cut off to 12 boards, so I don't even think we see all the games. It's really sad. I was really looking forward to commentating on Jesse's game. But, I need to tell you, she will be doing reviews of her own games. So at the very least, on YouTube, she will publish a review. So we have that to look forward to. Formentera starting in a couple of days as well. Did I actually finish my sentence of what I was looking forward to? In a couple of days, I think, there is a chess training event, which Kostya is attending from the Killer Chess Academy. And that looks great, you know? I wish... I almost joined that academy, but it's expensive. Like, for what it is, it's not expensive, but as a not professional chess player, it is expensive. And the timings of the lessons don't always work for me, and I don't want to join a big school where I'm just, one of the lower people, because they have a lot of gyms, so obviously I'm not. I want to feel special. Jessie has yet to wave at us. We will have to talk to her about that. We will have to talk about that. I'm running out of water. Hi Claude. Very difficult, almost impossible for viewers to watch on Twitch. What is very difficult? Her game? Dry ask what counts as salt. Bedtime. Okay, Screws. See you tomorrow. Good luck for your... You're a trooper. I hope it's not that bad, Screws. But good luck tomorrow, and I hope you get a game to watch. And we'll be looking forward to hearing your excellent commentary. See you tomorrow, and have a good night. If this is the set of the Irish thing, I'm bad. Hopefully not. Hopefully tomorrow we have a game that we can see. Can we zoom in? Oh well, at least we can have a chat. Exactly. So I'm very happy that you're here, that we are chatting, because otherwise it would be quite awkward for me. talking into the void. So yeah. Any plans, Chexy, to come back to Europe? Ooh, thank you. What are we drinking? Too much stuff in the way. Yes, I know. Oh no, it's very unfortunate. Normally we would have a DGT board, but something went wrong and we just can't see. But you know, you can see Jessie's face. You can read the moves from her demeanor. And yeah, we're just having a chat. So if you want to chat about something, if you have something on your mind. I recently had a high score in Blitz. We could chat about that, and you could say, "Ooh, nice, good job, well done," and I would say, "Oh, thank you. Yes, I worked hard for it, and I'm so happy that I got it, and now I'm trying not to throw it away again, because that's usually what happens after a high score. You just throw it away, minus 100, and then hopefully plus 150, and then Why did she enter the ladies versus the prestige? I actually don't know. And I was wondering the same thing, because I think she's the highest rated, which is always a risk. If you have a bad event, you might lose a lot of rating. So that would make a huge difference to have the DGT board. She actually is playing on a DGT board. It's just a wrong transmission. But she is playing on one. Who wants to see chess anyway? Exactly. This is now a just chatting stream. Have we seen any black pieces appear in Jessie's half yet? No. Jessie mentioned prize money. Yes. Prize money, and if she wins, I have like this memory that if you win, you get your stay paid, or maybe that was another tournament that Rebecca won back in the day. But yeah, money is important, You do need money. Well, Joel told you he would play Rilton if I went. Rilton? Is that in Sweden? Maybe we could try to stay some and go to Sunway again in December right before it. Could ask Nuno for an arbiter spot at that. Sunway. The thing with playing Sunway in December is that it didn't feel like Christmas at all. And then I went back home and I never got that Christmas feeling. And I've been out of sync of Christmas for a couple of years now. And I blame Sunway for that. Yeah. But if you... Oh, Rilton, is that the one that is over Christmas and New Year? Which is insane. Christmas is way hotter than that. That's true. Like for you, Christmas is in summer, right? Definitely South Africa, Christmas is in summer, that blows my mind. But over New Year's, yeah. I remember, and last year or this year, I guess, a lot of the women streamers were there, and they were posting all these pictures of them celebrating together. I remember. Still no games. We can... I saw an interesting game. Let's just look at a different game. But I don't want... Let's look at a game. Sitges and winter was actually peak though. Perfect temperature all the time. For me it was too hot. Wait, let me... So this is not Jesse's game before anyone gets excited. Wait, let me find this. There we go. But this looks interesting. I just want to look at some chess, honestly. Because I saw this and I was wondering, why is it so bad? Can you... Because h3 takes... h3 takes... You hop in... And I guess the point is that if you protect here, then you... Or you can actually just take that, so that's definitely the point. Castle takes... Okay, you don't want to take there. Okay, you want to take... Well, you want to take the rook, actually. You want to take the rook. Okay, so that's the point, that if you take this pawn, then you win an exchange, definitely. Okay. And they did see it. Okay. So this is move 7 and the opponent made a big mistake, which is not something you want out of the opening. It's actually crazy that you haven't had this before. Just like permanently 20. That's too much. Super gems in the skies. Hi Bilal Zian, how are you doing? How is this Saturday treating you? But yeah, that was a funny looking game, but unfortunately we still don't have Jesse's. There we go. How come you have to play h3 first? Good question. Because otherwise you can play bishop takes e5. But it's still good. So let me... Wait. There we go. Pro streamer. It's still good, but now there's this and you're defending like this. But you're still winning. Just play knight f3. And if you go back... I guess you can't take here. This is a crazy game. This is a crazy game. I would spend a lot of time making sure that I don't miscalculate, but this guy just says, you know what? Let me just bang out those moves. Yeah, completely cooked. Crazy. Um, so, what are we going to do? I want to play some Racer, but I think probably not a good idea. Anyone got any other questions? Something to talk about? May not work, but here is the prize money for Prestige and Ladies. Prestige first, 50,000 rand. How much is that in euros? And then Ladies, 20,000 rand. But I think, realistically speaking, if we look at the ranking, what place could she hope to get in the Prestige if she's playing on strength? I don't know. Thank you, Heimpant, for that contribution. Divide by 20 for a rough guide. Wait, what? What? That is no way. That is no way. That is an insane amount of money. That is insane. But 50,000 is 2,300 something euro. And then 20,000 is the 900 something that you said. Wow, that is for what tournament is this? Like, this can't be like a random tournament. Please answer my question. You asked for some. You're cute. It was featured on the SA News. I did see a clip posted. I didn't see the actual interview. What did they talk about? But that's a lot of money for 5 days of work. With that kind of money, you could become a pro player. You just need to win all the time. How hard is that? Just when exactly, life isn't difficult. You just need to do the right thing at the right time, exactly when you need to. So no worries. Easy. I have figured it out. If I become a millionaire, I should invest in these, in some better setup for these tournaments. I want to see the game, honestly. I want to see the game. Jessie doesn't look like she's deep in thought about the position. That bishop, like, I see something white in between the black. Is that to the side of the board or still on the board? Can someone see? think black has played g6 and white played h4 and rook h1. You have about 33% confidence in that. Are they wearing jackets? Is it cold? I've been told it's around 17 degrees, which South Africans find cold. It is nearing winter there, so it might be a bit colder. Below 20 degrees is jacket weather, you can confirm as an Australian. Cries in Belgium. To me, Jessie looks like she is really thinking, I hope the broadcast is going well and my viewers can enjoy my high-level play. Yeah, unfortunately for her and us, you know, the chess streaming part of the broadcast isn't going quite as well as we hoped. But you know, we're all supportive of her, so we all have no doubt that it's very high level play. She's probably crushing already, like no doubt in my mind. She has this like miniature masterpiece on the board. Maybe she's thinking like, so nice that I'm streaming this game, such a nice game, you know, people will really enjoy this. Can't believe not live boards. Yeah, I'm very sad about it. This stream marks the transition to just chatting streams. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, look at this! Someone listened. Look at this. Oh, can we see? Oh, can we see the board? Someone moved the 20 for us. Thank you so much. Okay, now we need to see the board. Now it needs to sharpen. And then we put it on an analysis board, and then we're in business. Get that man a Twitch account, exactly. Okay, wait. Who can see, who can zoom and still see something? Analysis. Howtochess.com. Set up position. Clear board. Okay, who sees pieces? So we have a rook on h1. We have a pawn on g2. Do we have a something piece on g3, like maybe a knight? Okay, can someone tell that man to also remove the water bottle and to sharpen the camera? Okay, maybe a king. Is the king on b1 or on c1? I would think b1. Okay, she just moved the piece backwards. Why is this camera has been kind of sharp the whole time, and now that we actually want to see something, it's fuzzy. Okay, but there's a pawn on the black square. and a bishop on a black square. So is there a pawn on d4 and a bishop on e5? So a king on g8. I think we won't be able to figure it out. If we had seen it from the start, we might have gotten it. Do you not have the software they use to enhance license plates? We're watching the Blacklist right now. And the way how they just zoom in from this really grainy surveillance footage that they can zoom into a very small part in the car and where they see the room number and the name of the motel. It's hilarious. You know, we can do some meditation. Ooh, Jessie just made a look. Has she seen a mate? She also threw a side eye to the camera. So she might be making a play. If I make that even better, bigger. Thank you so much, Cinnamon Roll, for the follow. Oh, I got the wrong thing. If I make this bigger, like really big. Can't see it. Let's bring Jessie back. There we go. That's better. You can read the score sheet now. Oh. Oh. A white piece on a white square, then there's a white piece on a white square, and the next is on a black square. It's really difficult. I try to, but you start to doubt, and it looks like an illusion or something. So I don't know. But she's really thinking now. So I think she's seen a combination and she wants to really double check that it works. Because it might involve like a rucksack. Hey Oscar Chess, how are you doing? Hey John, how are you doing? Salut, salut, comment ça va? You're more pessimistic and think her look was more, that was not a good move by me look. From Jessie, she gave the look after her opponent moved like a knight backwards, if I were to guess. Ça va bien? Bien, ça va, merci. How is she doing? Unfortunately, we have no idea. We have no idea. We don't have a live board, and the best that we have is this grainy view. So I have no idea how she's doing. It looks like an interesting game, and I wish I could see it. But alas, no such luck. When you sack, you must receive adequate composition. Yes, correct. Okay. Okay, so no big sacking move, unfortunately. Just a calm bishop move. Back to maybe bishop to e2. You do really get the feel of being sat there at the table on a different board. Yes. It's been a tough first round. So they started really late. They had almost an hour delay, I think, of the round. And now the DGT transmission isn't reaching us like it should. And yeah, unfortunately, here we are. I have been debating about just, giving you the camera and stopping my very insightful commentary. But it's been fun so far, so... you haven't missed as much of the game as you expected? No, I think they started around 7. Your rule is you want an extra piece with every sack. That's a good rule. Might be hard sometimes to maintain, but it's a good rule. But, luckily Jessie will be doing recaps, that's the word that I was looking for, on her YouTube channel. There we go. I should actually check that. Oh, we're live on YouTube. Let me quickly mute myself. Ooh, and I see some viewers on YouTube as well. Hello, hello, how are you doing? May you ask? Yes, you most certainly may. If you're still there, you know. I wasn't looking at the YouTube chat because it's a lot of juggling and I'm not a pro streamer. But yeah, I am here now. Hello, hello. Ali Chiki and Fiona. I feel this is actually almost more frustrating that the 20 was moved because now we're so close to seeing the game and we just can't see it. Whose water is this? I feel like this bottle hasn't moved the whole time. So, you know, take a sip, put it underneath the table. I find that that's good etiquette, you know? Don't put bottles on top of the table because that's distracting. Put it underneath your table next to your chair. And then when you get up, you will definitely kick it and make it fly through the room, but that's no problem, you know. That's just part of the thing. Ooh, a new move was made. These chess variants are just getting crazy now with bottles of water for pieces. Yeah, it's a variant based on Fog of War, you know. It's one giant piece that hides all the other pieces. Might even be a Trojan horse. Okay, so a lot of the pieces from black have moved to the 5th rank. There's actually a significant delay on YouTube. Anyway. We can just sit together in silence. Watch this. The problem is that we won't even know what the result is, I guess, unless we're really lucky and we can see like the vibe and how the pieces, the kings are placed. But we might not even know what the result is, which is crazy. One game is already done. Are you talking about number 19? Which honestly, I didn't even notice. Or was that never played? Because I see a pawn on e4. Is it not on chess results? Yes, but how quickly does that get updated? So it's still not on leeches? Isn't there like a more direct place? But yeah, I don't know. No. Truth, can't you talk to some people, you know? Yell at them, get them to give us the feed we want the game. God damn it. Any exciting chess tournaments coming up for you? No, I haven't signed up to anything. I was almost going to play a tournament with Jesse actually in Italy next month, but yeah, I won't be able to make it. I need to work, unfortunately, and I can't too short notice to get time off. Or non-exciting. But yeah, I should start looking at something. But I first want to get back into studying, you know? I first want to get back on track with feeling that I'm making progress. If that makes sense. How about you, John? How are you doing with because last year you played a bunch of tournaments, right? OTB? Some rapid tournaments? Any exciting plans for the future? Any good chess books or other books that you're reading? Ooh, does anyone know of a good thriller book? Like a police detective mystery type? I'm looking for a good detective book, but I've read a couple, and I didn't really get into it because it's either about, middle-aged or older men who are, tired of life, or very perky young women who are so excited that they just can't wait to do X or Y or Z. And I need something in the middle, just a good police. You like the Bones series? Yes, I love that. I was actually thinking if I need to do a rewatch of Bones. It's been a long time since I've seen it. And I mean, David Boreanaz, you can't go wrong with watching David Boreanaz. You've got your first classical OTB weekend or early June, and another rapid play end of June. Nice. Busy. Heard of Sue Grafton? No. Let me look her up. Oh no, she died. Ooh, like alphabet books. Ooh. Oh, she's literally the author of the Alphabet series, featuring private investigator Kinsey Milhone in the fictional city of Santa Teresa, California. Well, sign me up. Thank you. I will definitely start reading that. Thank you. That looks exactly what I'm searching for. Thank you. Of series, I really enjoyed the Cold Case or Without a Trace. That was also very good. Now we're watching Blacklist, which has insane storylines. Who needs commentary when we can have book recommendations? Exactly. You know? I'm a well-rounded commentator. I've also been reading the Reacher series, but I had to stop after like 12 or 13 books, something like that, because it got a bit repetitive. I want to read the rest, but I couldn't read them all one after the other because that was just a bit too much. Yeah. I read a great series, like the Library series, I think it's called, by Mark Lawrence, which is a fantasy with a storyline that you've never heard before, I think. Well, it's some kind of content. I think Jesse will be disappointed, but what can I do? What can I do? I am exhausting my bag of things to talk about for tomorrow's stream. Or maybe I can talk a bit about that. Well, ooh, the opponent is invading, so hopefully nothing too dramatic yet. But yeah, I can talk a bit about what is coming next. Hopefully tomorrow these problems will be fixed. We are hoping that Jesse will be able to get a separate table or a corner table, and then we can actually look at the camera to figure out the moves in case something goes wrong with the DGT board. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central European Summer Time, it will be Screw's famous mod, who will do the commentary, and then it's me again at 5 p.m. on Sunday. And then I have to check. Let me check on my phone actually, because I don't want to break the stream. Who is doing commentary on the other moments, on the other times? Where was it? Newsfeed? Yes. So round 4 is not Joel. Round 5 is Georgiana Morea. Round 6 is Phoebe Witte. Round 7 will be Lily Koritze. Round 8, Georgiana Morea again. And round 9, Hannah Saise. So that will be a very, very exciting commentary week for you. Aren't things like camera placement and board assignment negotiated prior to the round? You would? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what can you do, you know? You can't force the tournament to comply with your needs. But it's unfortunate for us. The prize for best commentary is wide open. What do you mean? Like, who can top this commentary waterfall? Who can, have you ever been this entertained? In terms of chess books, you're partway through World Chess Champion Strategy for club players. Wow. I don't know that one. Let me look that up. Oh, chat moved. Yes. Screws promised to commentate from bed. Well, Ooh, Andras talked about it. Does he recommend it? I've never actually seen this book. That's very bright. From Bobby Fischer to Ding Liren. Ah, by Thomas Willemse. He's a well-known author. Well, known by me. Oh. Great book, but dog-eared due to no protection in box. Pedagogically, this is the best chess book I have ever seen. Why aren't all chess books like this? I am buying 2 more as gifts for my son and son-in-law, although considering they are also my rivals over the board, maybe I shouldn't. That's funny. That's funny. So a lot of pieces are being exchanged. Do we think it's an equal exchange? Do we think Jessie is up like 3 pieces already? Get some background on 2 or 3 teams for each champion, then a selection of positions with annotated answers. On a roll with Fisher, then Karpov throw me. Karpov is very positional, right? Very slow. You see more white pieces, yeah. I feel... Have all the pieces disappeared from the back rank? By black. Oh, maybe a little left. Oh, wait. Did the opponent take on A2 with the bishop, and then Jessie played B3 and locked the bishop? Trapped the bishop? I think it's because you're more familiar with Fischer. You haven't really looked at Karpov's games before. Yeah, fair point. Ping pong clown. Locked in. It's a good reference. Very on the nose. I feel like the board before them, the opponent is making very deliberate moves, like they're going in for the kill. Like, once you're winning, there's like a certain swagger, you know, to the movement of your pieces. Can we actually see that game? I don't think we can, because that was cut off. Very frustrating. Can never channel Fischer Polgar during actual games, only for puzzles. Not yet. It will come. It will come. With enough training. Okay, so her opponent is looking kinda sad. Will we see a resignation? Although... Oh, a resignation. Look, look, look. The board before, I was right with the swagger. Called it. Called it. Oh, let's hope that it's his water bottle that he will take with him. And then we can finally see the board. Let's all manifest the disappearance of the water bottle. Nobody has even touched it, I think. So why is it there? Are you some body language specialist? In my dreams. That would be a cool job. Ooh, that reminds me, have you seen the series Would I Lie to You? That's a body language specialist right there. Great series. No, not Would I Lie to You. That's the British comedy show. The American series that I'm talking about is Lie to Me. Lie to Me, that is Lie to Me. Yes, it's Lie to Me that I'm talking about. Marapan is a seasoned piece move swagger. Timrod, exactly. Oh, we see the game is over. The game is over. What happened? I think she resigned, right? Okay, so I think we can conclude. Would I Lie to You is very funny. I think we can conclude that Jessie has won. She played a terrific game from start to finish. We can't, all perfect moves. We have not seen one blunder, not even an inaccuracy, What we saw from the game was absolutely perfect. Okay, so this was not the stream or game watching that we were hoping for, but I hope you were, a little bit entertained, at least. Would I resign to you? That's funny. Ooh, cute flowers on her shirt. Nice. Okay. But yeah, I hope you were a little bit entertained. I'm very sorry that there was no actual game, but you got a lot of movie recommendations, a lot of book recommendations, and a promise of more to come, and hopefully in higher definition. Aw, thank you, Cinnamon Rolls. And the water bottle remains. Both people are gone and the water bottle still remains. It will outlast us all. It will outlast us all. Position unclear has never been so apt. Yeah. Oh my god, what a stream. What a stream, what a game. Whew. What no words. Okay, but we will call it here. I think I am able to send a raid. So who are we raiding? Good at, exactly. Who are we? Let's raid Chess Dojo. I think Jessie would be happy with that. Can I... You did a great improvisation job today. Thank you. I hope tomorrow we can actually discuss some chess. So yeah, and thank you also to my stream for everyone that was there. I really appreciate it. Chess Dojo is offline. No. Cancel. Thank you for telling me. Who are we going to next? Jessie not going to chat? No, she's not joining today, but she will be doing... Let's go to John Bartholomew, if I typed that right. She is going to do reviews for Marathon the stream, yeah. Recaps. She's going to do recaps on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. I know that we did a terrific job going over the game here, but it's always very nice to actually hear the thoughts of the player themselves as an addition to my excellent commentary. So... see you all tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central European Summer Time to watch Screws do amazing commentary, and then I will be back at 5 p.m. So see you all tomorrow, I hope, and have a lovely rest of your Saturday.